Okay, we're going to go through downloading a movie or TV show on the MacBook. There's a few little differences between 283 and 121 as far as the account. So the 283 account is actually ran through Mike's iTunes account, and 121 is actually ran through Mr. Smith's account. So as far as Mr. Smith's, he pretty much buys what he wants, and then we just got to push it to the portable hard drive. So I guess starting off, you need to grab the power cable, which is this white cable, and there will be a USB 2 or 3.0 cable. These cables now live in a tool bag in the baggage of each aircraft. So we've made a ship set for that, and you basically just plug in the power to your outlet and then plug it into the little magnetic strip there, and then your USB cord, same deal, plug it into any of the USB ports, and then plug in your hard drive. I'm sure you guys can, not sure if you can really see it, but it's pretty self-explanatory there. Okay, and then turn on your computer. And if it doesn't automatically turn on, you just hit the power button right up here in the top right corner. And then I guess the first thing you need to do is make sure you connect to the Wi-Fi. So you click on this box up here at the top, and you turn Wi-Fi on. And if you're at a hotel, you might need to, if you click back on that once you turn it on, you need to find your hotel Wi-Fi or whatever network you're trying to use and make sure that you're on it. Remember, sometimes like at Marriott, you might have to actually open up like Safari browser and log into your room with your last name. Just depends on what Wi-Fi you're getting on. So anyway, I'm already connected to the Wi-Fi here, and it's up and running. And then the next thing I'll look for is this My Passport on the screen. Make sure that he's on and working. And the My Passport for Mac, that's that little black hard drive that lives under the seat on 283, under Brian's seat, the right hand number 2. And then on 121, it actually lives in that cabinet in the credenza. You just basically need to take the computer and the hard drive. All the cables stay with the airplane. The ship set of cables, like I said, lives in the toolbox. So the next step, we'll just restart this later. Okay, so now you need to open up iTunes right there. Like I said, this is 283's MacBook, so a little bit different as far as the counts between the two owners, but ultimately the same experience with the computer and the hard drive. They're identical. So the first thing we need to do is go to iTunes up here at the top, and then go to Preferences, and then you want to go to the Advanced tab. You want to make sure that it says My Passport for Mac in this gray box right there. If it doesn't, that means it's not going to push all your downloads to that hard drive. Most of the time, as long as it shows it on that icon on the desktop, you're good. It'll show it right there. If it doesn't, just close out of iTunes and then reopen it, and normally it'll just populate that right into there. If not, you can always go into Change, and then you can find whatever location that My Passport is. Right there it is. But it's already set up since the hard drive was plugged in before you open and turn on the computer. Normally it all just automatically does it. So that's the little bit of setup you got to do. I'll hit cancel on that. And the next thing on this computer, like I said, for 283. So you would go to on 121, you go for family purchases. You can go on that. Here there's no family purchases since it's on the Solairus iTunes account. And then you just go to library, and it would show recently purchased. There'd be a tab over here for recently purchased. But on this computer it's a little different. So it's kind of hard to show you that because it's a different way the accounts are set up. But today we're actually going to search and buy a TV episode called Vikings. So I click on Store right here, if you see that, and then over here is the search box. So I'm just going to type in Vikings, okay? And just hit enter. Now, keep in mind, if there's Vikings movies, TV shows, songs, artists, audiobooks, podcast, there's all kinds of different options that you get when you search in this box. From what it sounds like, this is going to be a TV show. So over here, there's movies, TV shows, and so forth. And here's the episodes. If you want to buy an episode, all up here looks like season 5. The other option is you can buy seasons. Most of the time we do the season because they just say we want so and so, and we'll give them everything that they have the option to do. So here there's seasons 1 through 4, and so we'll just click on him. And it's going to give you the option over here. Sometimes it'll say buy or rent. We buy them. Occasionally there'll only be an option to rent, and that's kind of last ditch resort. We do download now in HD. So if you see that over there, HD, and we're going to buy it. So I'll just click buy. And I need a password. And if this prompts you for a password, they change all the time. Just contact any of us in maintenance, and we try to stay up to date on these passwords. So give me 1 second, I'll look it up. Okay. I'm going to pause this while I get a credit card information, so be right back. Okay, so I got the credit card situation figured out. So basically, once you purchase that, it's going to say, do you want to watch it now? And that's actually like streaming it or watch it later. So we're just going to click watch later. Okay, but now you purchased it, now you need to download it. And this is where you kind of can get confused. So from here, you need to go back to, you just click on, I believe, library. Just gotta go to library. There we go. Library, and then purchased. Nope, that's not it. I kind of change this around every once in a while. So I went to account, check for available downloads. Didn't it show up? Here we go. So what I did, I went to library, and then you have to click on TV shows, and then there it is, Vikings. See that? And you're looking for that cloud. So right here, look, there's a cloud. Since I bought, I bought like 4 seasons. So there's 49 episodes I got to download. So I'm gonna click on that cloud. And that means it's going to download them all onto that hard drive. So once you do that, then you see this box right up here that shows the download. If you click on him, that actually shows the status of the downloads. Right here you can see. Little tidbit of information. If you're on a fast internet, and I am here at the house, you can do 3 at a time. But you do have the option if you're on a slow connection. If you untick the simultaneous downloads, that will just do one at a time. But if you have it ticked, it will do three. So it's a little faster, but you need to be on a fast internet. If you're on a slow and try to do three, sometimes it'll lock up, and sometimes it's even slower than just doing one at a time. So basically that's it as far as going in, searching for a show, purchasing it, and then like I said, you just need to find, there's a couple different ways of finding that purchase. You can go to library, TV shows, and then find it that way. A lot of times you can go to account and purchased. It should populate a list here. There we go. And then go to recent purchases, and you can click on this too. So there's a couple different ways of going about it. The big deal is once you purchase it, just know that it's not downloaded. You have to go find it and download it from that little cloud icon, and that will actually start to download and push it into there. And to confirm that, you just go up to this download box and make sure you see them all download. For Mr. Smith, it's kind of the same deal. If you go to account and purchased, and then you can see all, and this is everything that we purchased, and then you can sort it by movies or TV shows here. But if you click on not in my library, that means these ones here are the ones he's purchased that you need to download onto a hard drive. So you just click on the cloud for each of those and let them download. Again, leave it so it downloads in HD, this little box down here. Just keep that ticked. And once they're done, then essentially it's just closing out of iTunes. If you click on iTunes and click quit iTunes, and in fact I'll pause these downloads and we'll do that right quick. Pause downloads, okay. And this is actually how you would shut down the computer. So you click on iTunes up here, quit iTunes, okay, and then you want to go to the Wi-Fi up here, turn Wi-Fi off, okay. And then you want to double click the My Passport for Mac. And then over here, it's the little eject icon whenever you hover over the My Passport. And if you tick that, then that unmounts that hard drive from the computer, so it's safe to remove. And then it's your option if you want to shut it down, or if you just want to flip the lid close, hit the power button, whatever. At this point, iTunes is closed, the hard drive's been ejected from the computer, and you're good to go. So at that point you can just disconnect your USB cable, and you can most of the time everybody just closes the computer. And that should be it. If you have any questions, by all means let us know, and hopefully this helps. Thank you.